Stop it in. Today we're going to be streaming Beep and Optimum from Hack the Box. You can see my machine is still booting up here. But as soon as it boots up, we will start doing our recon. In the meantime, I want to make sure that I'm actually streaming on all my platforms that I want to stream on. Beep and Optimum from... You can see my machine is still booting up here. Alright, looks like we're good. The stream's working pretty good. Perfect. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Oh, alright, we got an IP address, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to do a Rust scan. So if you don't know what Rust scan is, it's basically InMap but faster. Let me get the command here. I try to copy and paste as many commands as possible so I avoid typos. That's a pro tip, by the way. Most of the time there's no point in memorizing commands and syntax because there's so many. It's impossible to memorize every single flag for every single command, you know. So I tend to have all my commands that I use almost on a daily basis in my notebook so I avoid typos. Alright, so we're gonna get our IP address now. So we'll click this to copy and we will paste here. And Rust scan is basically scanning all 65,535 ports. That's every single port if you are unfamiliar with how many ports there are on a system. And you can see we already got some hits. We got 25, 22, 80, 110, 111, 143, 443, 857, 995, 993. Alright, so these are the final results. We also have 995, 3306, 4190, 445, 4559, 5038, and 10,000. So that's actually quite a bit of ports there. So we have I would call this like a medium-sized attack surface. It's not the biggest thing I've ever seen, but it's not small either. Especially for Hack the Box. Hack the Box typically doesn't have as many ports. So, the next thing we want to do is let's just do an InMap scan on all these. So we want to basically, I have a script that will do this. So I'm going to copy all this, and then I'm going to go to my Hack the Box directory. I want to make a new directory called, what's this machine called? Beep. And let's go ahead and go to Beep. And we want to nano ports.txt, and we're going to paste these in here. And what I want to do is I have a tool. So if we go to my tools directory, well, let's do Python 3. So I wrote a Python script. You can actually get this on my GitHub if you want it. Hi. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Huang? Thanks for stopping in the stream. Glad to see you here. Yeah, the name of the tool is Rust scan. So I can show you real quick. Oh, I did not mean to do that. New tab. Zoom in here. Why can't I zoom in? There we go. So this isn't installed on Kali Linux by default. You actually have to go to the Rust scan GitHub page to install it, and then you have to follow the directions. There's like instructions on how to install it. But once you install it, it looks something like this. Oh, I didn't throw the banner up. Yeah, so it's Rust scan. The reason why it's called RustScan is that it's built on Rust, the Rust programming language, and it basically uses, so you have to have Nmap installed in your system as well, and it basically uses Nmap to speed up the results. It's a pretty cool tool. I've been told, and I would actually agree with this, that you wouldn't want to run RustScan on a real production environment. RustScan is really only good for CTF competitions and hack the box, track, and stuff like that. You wouldn't want to run RustScan against a sensitive production server because it's so fast that you could actually bring down a system because it's so fast. Yo, whoever just followed me, thank you so much for the follow. And I thought I destroyed all of my follow alerts, but I need to change some scenes here. Let me check here. Alright, that's not it. This is it. This has got... Alright. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't have my alerts set up. I used to have like cool follow alerts and stuff, but I don't have them anymore, and now it just gives me the generic Streamlabs one, and I don't have them set up. So if you want follow alerts like properly set up, just let me know and I can set it up, but I feel like it distracts me more than anything else. But if you guys want it, then we can definitely implement that for the next stream. I just turned them off. But whoever just followed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alright, back to what I was doing. Alright, so I have the RustScan results, and I was about to show you my script that I wrote. Doc G Money, thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. If you're the one that followed, thank you so much. Alright, let's do yeah, so I was gonna show you my script. Python 3, and it's in my tools directory. No, it's in my scripts directory. Scripts. Alright, how many scripts? I have a lot of scripts. What's the name of it? OpenPorts.py, I believe. I have 2 OpenPorts.py. I wonder why I have 2 versions of this. But well, let's just go ahead and do... How do I have the same one twice? That's weird. And then the file name that we're going to use this on is ports.txt. So what this does is basically just takes the Nmap output, or in this case RustScan output, and it basically would just print out all the ports nice and neat like this. Because Nmap wants this output to run an Nmap scan. And like I said, I don't like to typo stuff because typos is very common. So when I run this command here, so this command is doing a lot of stuff. So we got ST because we're going to do a TCP scan, which is a full connection scan, which means it's going to be more accurate results. -A basically is a combination of -O, -SV, and -SC combined. And you might be wondering, like, why would I throw in these extra flags, these flags, if -A means all of this? It's because you actually get more results if you do -A and all these as well. Sometimes, I mean, it's worth throwing the extra flags on there, but you don't have to. If you do -A, in theory, you should get all 3 these flags, but in my experience, that's not always the case. So I just throw these on anyways. And then -S script vuln means it's going to run a, I would say like a lightweight vulnerability scanner. It will show some exploits potentially. I found a lot of exploits this way. And then PN means we're not going to ping it because we already know it's alive. -P means ports, and then IP means IP. So the reason why I have this script is so I can easily just do this. I can just copy this here and then paste it, rather than manually typing all that in, because that's gross. Oh, we can't see your screen? Oh, thank you for letting me know. I apologize. Thank you for letting me know. All right, well, let me redo all that. Let me redo my explanation here. So like I said, I was doing after the IMAP scan, I fed it into my script, which was openports.py right here. And this script is on my GitHub. If you want this script, feel free to go to my GitHub and get it. And what you do is you do Python 3, and then you do the script, which is in this case openports.py, and then you feed it the file ports.txt. And basically it will take all the ports for the target and print it out in this nice neat format here, which is comma separated with a space, because it's the format that you need for InMap. And then as I was saying, InMap here, this is the command I typically run on when I'm at this stage in the recon, because I want to know more about the open ports. I know what ports are open, but I want to know more information about that. And to do that, to get the most information possible, I do ST, which is a TCP port scan, also known as a full connection, which will give us better, more accurate results. -A is a combination of -O, SV, and SC combined. And like I was saying, if you throw in -A, in theory, it should give you the results of all three of these, but it doesn't happen all the time. So I just throw these on anyways, and I've actually gotten more results doing it this way rather than doing just A by itself. And then if you don't know what SO stands for, O is the operating system detection. SV is version number detection for each port, and then SC is basic scripts, common scripts, and then -S script vuln is an extra script. The vulnerability script isn't thrown in with -SC because SC has like a handful of scripts that's going to run, but the vulnerability script isn't one of those. So I always throw in -S script vuln because I want to know if there's any vulnerabilities present. And like I said, it's kind of like a lightweight vulnerability scanner, and it will find some vulnerabilities potentially. -PM means we're not pinging because we know the target's alive. We don't need to ping. And then -P is ports. And like I said, I pasted all these ports in here. And then we got to put the IP address. I like to use HTTP enum script when 80 is present. That's probably a good idea. What's up, Black Hat Hacking? Also, you Pero, thanks for stopping in. And hopefully I'm saying your name right. Danush? Am I saying that right? If I'm saying that right, I'm so sorry. Thanks for stopping in. And Manon, thanks for being here. And VJ, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate everybody being here and hanging out with me. Alright, let's go ahead and run this. This is going to take us some time, because this is a lot of scans, or a lot of ports, and we're doing pretty in-depth scan on every single one of these ports. So this is going to take some time. In the meantime, so we know 80 is open. So let's just go ahead and open up a web browser here, and let's just navigate to that IP address and see if we can see a web server. So we don't see this. I can't provide a secure connection. Okay, what if we just, so by default it does HTTPS. Let's just try the HTTP, see what happens here. Nothing. All right. So 80 and 443 is running, but it can't connect with the web browser. So that's interesting. In the meantime, we can also see, I mean, we got 22. This is SSH. We could brute force this, or at least start trying to. So we can do like Hydra. Let's go to my GitHub. So this is my GitHub. I have a lot of notes and commands on my GitHub, and I come here frequently because I have a lot of my notes on here. I don't have my new notes because OffSec, I've been doing a lot of OffSec training, and they don't let you share your notes, unfortunately. So, so yeah, I just have a bunch of stuff in here, like different commands. So in this case, we want to go to Hydra, and in this case, I'm going to do SSH. So I'm just going to copy this here. And then basically I just got to fill in this information. So username, let's just try root. Well, let's see if this is a Windows machine or a... I guess technically it's a Linux machine. So let's try root. And then password is the password list here. So we want to do user share wordless rocku.txt. And then the IP address. I'm not expecting this to get us in, but you never know. It's worth trying. It's pretty easy to set this up and let this run while we're doing other stuff. So typically when I see SSH, I'll just throw this on there. Now if we get a username, then we can try the same exact attack against the username. But for now, let's try against root and see if we can just go straight to... Why didn't that work? Let's see here. Can I connect? Let's try this. SSH root at maybe SSH. I bet you. Oh, I think. Oh, this is a different version, right? I think they're using a different version of SSH because this is an old machine. There's a way to fix this, I think. There's a way to fix this. I'm pretty sure I'm getting this error because of the version mismatch between my SSH and the target SSH. I'm gonna use my good friend ChatGPT for this. And I'm just gonna post this error message and see what it gives me. Alright, so it's saying use a -O option to specify the key exchange algorithms. And it basically just spit this out to me. I knew there was a way to specify this. I don't know why I did -O and smash this together. Why? I feel like that shouldn't be smashed together. Let's just try what it gave me. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it worked. Wow, I don't know why these are smashed together, but it worked. Okay, so that's how you fix that problem. Is you just specify the algorithm, which is with the -O, and then this is the algorithm we're using. So I don't know how to specify the algorithm with Hydra. Let's just try password. That's not gonna work, I don't think. I don't know how to specify. Let me ask ChatGPT, can I specify this algorithm with Hydra? Oh wow, look at that. There is a way to specify the algorithm with Hydra. Perfect. Let's go ahead and clear this out. So it's going to do our same Hydra command that we ran earlier, but now we're going to specify, I think we can probably just type this on at the end, specify the algorithm with the -E option. And like I said, I got that just by ChatGPT. Okay, that didn't work. All right, well, I'm just going to copy this. I'm assuming. What if we did this? Let's put the -E flag in the front and see if that does anything. FTP anonymous on 445. Well, it's gonna check for that in our script here, I think. But FTP doesn't run on 445, right? Or no, is that secure FTP? I think it is. But 445 isn't even open though. The scan's still running. GoBuster directory? Yeah, that might be a thing, but I don't know. The fact that it's not even redirecting me anywhere is not... I don't think that would work. I mean, let's just try like /test and see what we get here. Yeah, we can definitely try GoBuster. Let's do... So I like to use Roxbuster, which is an alternate GoBuster. It's not installed on Kylix by default. You actually got to go to the GitHub and install it. But I definitely prefer this tool over GoBuster and Dirbuster and Dirb. And what we're going to do is we're going to... It works the same way. It's just a lot faster in my opinion. And I like the way they present the output to me. Alright, so this should work maybe. Pros and cons of this tool? I don't think there's really any cons. I guess the con is it's not installed in Kali Linux by default. Another con is that it's actually so fast that if you run this against a production server, you could potentially bring it down if it's a sensitive thing. But you can manually slow it down with the -T option, I think, which is for threads. You can knock the threads down. But it's incredibly fast. And that could be a con in some situations. But in CTFs, Hack the Box, it's definitely a huge pro because it saves you a lot of time. Well, it doesn't have to be a CTF only tool. I'll run this for Roxbuster on in real world pen tests against my client targets. I'll just throttle it down with the -T option. So by default it does 50 threads. So I would do like for Roxbuster -T 25 to cut the speed in half. And this is typically a safe speed. I don't know what Dirb and GoBuster how many threads they run at a time, but I would say if you're on a production system, you definitely want to cut it down to like maybe 25 or 30. But it doesn't look like it's working though. So I don't think we're making a connection here. I don't think this tool's working because I don't think there's anything. It's not making any kind of connection. Let's try HTTPS and see if that works. Cannot connect to any target provided. Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's anything on this web server, even though port 80 and 443 are both open. And our scan's still running over here. We can also scan for UDP. If none of these are bearing fruit, we can also scan for that UDP. So 3306 is MySQL, so this could be interesting right here. We could try Hydra against that maybe. In the meantime, it's really hard. We're basically just stabbing in the dark at this point because until the scan gets done, we're just stabbing in the dark. We don't really understand the target that much. So we can try Hydra. And this time we want to, let's get rid of this key exchange. We can try this later, but I really don't think that this is going to be the solution. I feel like that would make the box incredibly too easy if the solution is Hydra SSH straight to root. So let's get rid of this. We don't need this. And we want to do MySQL. And then we want to Google. Is the MySQL... I think the MySQL default user is root, but I'm going to double check that. What is MySQL default login? It says root here. See, this is why I like to use ChatGPT, because that ChatGPT would give me this answer like right away without giving me all this nonsense that I don't want to know. You know what I mean? ChatGPT is honestly like has saved the world in my opinion, because well, it's just also DuckDuckGo. I also don't like DuckDuckGo. I need to change this system to use Google. But let me just ask ChatGPT's same question here and see what it says. There's no shame in using ChatGPT to get answers, guys. But you have to verify everything ChatGPT tells you because it's not always accurate. But for stuff like this, you know, if you're wrong, it's like it's not gonna kill you, you know. Yeah, it's root. Okay, that's what I thought. Also, it's Preach, man. I love ChatGPT. Yeah, it's great. It just gets you answers faster. You know, in my experience. You know, because it it gives me all this nonsense. Like I just want to know, like, is it root? Is it not root? And it's like, oh, here's a page of information that I don't want to know. But yeah, it is root. So I wanted to confirm that. All right, let's just run Hydra against root on MySQL and see if we can break in that way. And like I said, that's really just a stab in the dark at this point. Let's open up a new tab here because we need to do something else in the meantime. What else can we try? I don't know these ports off the top of my head. I don't know what these are. 3306, like I said, it's MySQL. 995, isn't that the network? No, that's not the network news protocol. It's hard to tell. This is SMTP, so this is interesting here. I don't really know any SMTP attacks we can try right now. I set up custom GPTs to quick check my pen testing ability. It just randomly gives me info and asks the next steps and tells me if correct or not. Been a huge help for workflow and methodology building. Yeah, that makes sense. I tried to build my own custom pen test GPT, but it was back when I don't know, ChatGPT was going through this phase where it like wouldn't help you like hack stuff. It's like, that's against our terms of service. It's unethical to hack things. And it's like, bro, I'm an ethical hacker. Like I'm not I'm not doing anything illegal here. And you would tell it that and you're like, I don't care, I'm not telling you the answer. So I think ChatGPT kind of toned that back a little bit. Thankfully, you can actually like be like, hey, how can I create malware? It'll help you create malware. But you broke through that? Yeah, you gotta trick it. You basically have to trick ChatGPT or whatever, you know, chatbot you're using to help you hack stuff, because it will like, this is illegal. We're like, well, no, duh, you know. But we don't advocate for illegal hacking here, by the way. Only ethical hacking, legal hacking is allowed. throw that disclaimer out there. Speaking of which, if you guys ever watch my YouTube videos, you know, I'll throw a disclaimer out there and like I'll explain like ethical hacking and illegal hacking on my YouTube videos, because I'm actually undergoing I'm like under a warning right now on YouTube because I posted a video on how to use Hydra. Like I was literally just using Hydra, and like this is how you brute force stuff with Hydra, and it's like, and basically I broke YouTube's terms of service because hacking is dangerous, you know, dangerous content. So I always throw out disclaimers on all my videos now because of that. And I actually, not only do I have a current strike, I actually had 2 levels of strike. So there's like a warning and then strike. So I was pretty close to getting my channel just completely deleted just from doing this, like right here in YouTube. Yeah, they didn't like they didn't like Flipper Zero hacks, so that's why I stopped doing Flipper Zero hacks, because TikTok doesn't like Flipper Zero hacks either, unfortunately. Like I was doing a Wi-Fi deauth attack, which basically just turns the Wi-Fi off for everybody using it. You don't need to know the password or nothing. And TikTok got mad about that. YouTube got mad about that and flagged my accounts. I tried to appeal it and they're like, no, you're in the wrong. Well, TikTok actually came back and like, hey, okay, we'll let this fly. But YouTube was like, nope, account strike. And I was pretty close. I was 1 strike away from getting banned for 90 days. Is what it was. It wasn't, not the whole channel, but 90 days is pretty significant ban. And I'm still under a warning right now, unfortunately. So if you watch any of my YouTube videos and you see that stupid disclaimer, that's why I do that. I get for those people trying to Facebook hack or whatever, but for those of us trying to do it professionally sucks. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. But you know, I guess it makes sense. You know, you're allowed to put stuff on YouTube that's, you know, dangerous if you do it for educational purposes. So I just don't understand why sometimes they will strike you down and sometimes they don't. And that's what I haven't figured out. So I felt like on the short videos is when you're more likely to receive a strike like that, because I was doing, you know, Hydra and, you know, hacking for a long time on YouTube, and none of those videos got flagged, even though there was infinitely more useful and way more information. But the second I put in a short form compact video where it was like, you know, like how to hack, you know, in 30 seconds, it was like so quick, that was a problem apparently. So for anybody that wants to make YouTube content hacking related, just know that you might face some issues if you don't throw out a disclaimer. Dude, this scan is taking so long. This is 99.9% done. So this is one second remaining, but it's taking forever. I don't know what else to do in the meantime. So we're doing Hydra, and we're not finding a root password for MySQL. I honestly don't know what else to try at this point without having this scan done. Once the scan gets done, it's going to open up a lot of doors. So we are vulnerable to a DOS attack, but denial of service is not something that you are going to do in a CTF, obviously. We don't want to shut down a system. We're trying to break in the system, you know? I'm trying to think here. I don't know. $110. I think that's POP3. That's Post Office Protocol 3. I think off the top of my head. So it might be an email vulnerability. I don't know what. This might be another flavor of POP. 143. Why am I feel like I should have that memorized, but I don't have that memorized. I feel like I should have these 2 memorized, but I don't. This one's MySQL. I don't know what these ones are. I don't know what these ones are. Yeah, we need a scan to be done. We need more information. This is what hacking is a lot of times, just waiting for scans to complete. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, we just don't have anything else to do. I mean, I don't know why we can't connect to this web server, man. Yeah, nothing. Oh, we got a cipher version mismatch. Oh, I see now. Oh, okay, all right. I wish I would have saw this earlier. So it's using an old version of SSL, and it's an insecure version of SSL. And I don't think the current versions of like Chrome support it. This is an old hack the box machine, so that makes a lot of sense. So let's just go ahead and use Firefox. Let's see if Firefox will let us go there. But then Dirbuster should have worked. Or sorry, Feroxbuster should have worked. Secure connection failed. Can we? Unsupported version of security protocol. T5. We could have done T5, but T5 missed a lot of stuff, so I don't throw in -T5. Dude, my wife is always asking me what I'm doing, and this is what we do 80% of the time, just waiting. Yeah, that's really what happens, man. You're just waiting for stuff to happen. I don't know how to get around this. If I can install like an old version of Chromium, but I don't. Let's try to do HTTP again. SL version or cipher mismatch. Wonder if I can get around this. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT this. Alright, so it's telling me to go to... So we can change our settings temporarily to allow for insecure connections. I don't know if this should work. Chrome flags. Alright, so we gotta turn on TLS1 and let's see here. Oh gosh, there's a lot of settings in here. Search flags. Let's just search for TLS, maybe? Omit. I don't think it has something to do with the proxy. I'm not using a proxy, so no. If I was using a proxy, then that would be that's a good hypothesis, but I don't have a proxy on right now. It's doing like Chromium's doing the right thing. Like this is an insecure version of TLS SSL, and you wouldn't want to connect to websites, so it's using an outdated version like this. But in this case, we want to. But I don't know. Allow SHA-1 server signatures in TLS. What if I just enable all these? See if that works. Still mismatched. I don't know how to fix this. let's look up SSL. There's no SSL options. Very unfortunate. Is our scan done yet? Scan is still not done, even though it was, told me 1 second, 5 minutes ago, but. Oh my. Alright, let's try Firefox. See if Firefox will let me do this. So open Firefox, go to About Config, alright. Let's go here. Alright, we'll accept the risk and continue. Search for security.tls version min. Alright. Search for that. And set its value to 1 and allow TLS 1.0 or 2 for TLS 1.1. Let's just set this to 1. And allow that. Alright, do I have to restart Chrome? Or, Firefox? Let's just go ahead and close out of Firefox and reopen it. And let's close out of this again. Firefox. Get our IP address again. Go back to Firefox. See if this works. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Advanced. Accept the risk and continue. Alright, perfect. We actually made it to the Elastic login page. Alright, well that was that's what we had to do. That's why we wasn't getting anything. Because it's using outdated versions of TLS. Or we just enabled TLS in general. It's not using SSL. So SSL and TLS is like the new version of SSL. SSL was like the insecure version of TLS, if that makes sense. So this is a login page, so we might be able to brute force this, but I'm still confused on why we couldn't do a Ferox Buster on this. Let's try that one more time. Ferox Buster. Oh. Let's try this again. Or maybe, I don't know. Cannot connect. Might have to change the... Hopefully that's not the case. Let's just hope we don't have to use... Because there might be a way to, like, enable SSL on Ferox Buster, maybe. Maybe we need to use a different tool. But we have a login page here, so let's just try... Elastic is licensed in a GPO. What's the name of this? Freedom to communicate? Let's just look up Elastic's default username and password, maybe. Elastic. Is that how you spell that? Elastics with an X? Elastics. Default creds. Alright, so it's saying admin. I don't know why I would copy that. Copy this actually. Admin, and we'll paste this. See if that works. Don't want to save. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, well, have no fear. There is a way to brute force this. So we're going to open up F12 on our keyboard here, and we are going to do that again. We're going to do admin. And we're going to paste this password again, and we're going to hit submit. And this is the request we just sent right here. We're going to do the raw. So this is the request that we just sent. let's go ahead and use our good friend Hydra again. I don't think it's safe to say that we're not going to brute force our way in through MySQL. So let's do this. Where's my GitHub? It's under here. All right, GitHub. We want to go back to Hydra. So Hydra for HTTP is a little bit different than the other services because you got to provide more information, and I'll explain that as we go here. All right, so the username. So we know the username is admin, or at least that's what we think that the admin username is. And wordless path, we're going to use rocku. So user share wordless rocku.txt. IP address. Oh wait, you know what? Now that I think about it, is this gonna work? This might not work. Ooh, this isn't gonna work, guys. Because you have to have a message. There has to be some kind of message that says that the username and password is incorrect. If it doesn't give you that message, then this method doesn't work. So I'm not even gonna try it. Because I'll show you what will happen, just so you guys know what's gonna happen if I try this. But it's gonna pop up and it's gonna tell us a bunch of stuff is correct when it's really not. So what we need to do is let's get this IP address here, copy this back over here, paste our IP address here, login page path. That is just / and then the request payload. Oh my gosh. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I hit the wrong button. So we gotta get rid of, let's get rid of this. So the request payload is this right here. Hit submit on this one more time. This is the request we just sent. We want the raw is all of this. And we'll paste this here. And the password, delete that, and we'll do pass here. And then where's the username? Get rid of this username that we typed, and we will do user. And this is where it's going to be problematic. See, you have to provide a login fail text, but we don't get a login fail text. It doesn't say like, oh, incorrect username or password. So I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, see. May not be null. See, if I do anything else, it's just going to tell me that everything's correct. Maybe. I don't think it's going to work without a fail text. You have to give a fail text. If the fail text isn't correct, then Hydra just doesn't work for HTTP anyways. We'll see though. I could be wrong with my experience. I mean, it doesn't give me the output that I expected. I don't think it's going to work. We'll let that run, but I truly don't think it's going to work. So because of that, we can try brute forcing with burp sweep. So that's also an option. Actually, currently it's my only option until the scan gets done. The scan's still running, dude. Oh my gosh. This is driving me bonkers, man. I mean, I know he's doing an in-depth scan, but dang. We can take another stab in the dark. Cancel and rerun the nmap scan. No, I don't want to do that because it's still going to take just as much. It's working. It's just taking a long time. So I'm going to give it more time. I mean, the only thing we could do is we can narrow this down. I mean, we can do something like this. So we can run the same command again. But we can exclude some of these ports. So let's. Oh, there is no. Oh yeah, there is a 443. Let's go ahead and. Remove some of these uncommon ports here. And see if that does anything for us. And some VVV for our pleasure. I don't like running -D4 on my in-depth scans because I don't want to miss anything. But that would have been an option to speed it up, yeah. I'm just going to run this again, but we're going to remove all those ports. We're going to use like some of the pretty much the most common ports here and see if we get anything. But you could run -T4. -T4, I don't have a problem with that. I just choose not to do that when I'm running like a comprehensive scan because I truly don't want to miss anything. And if it costs me some time, then I'm more than willing to wait because like this scan here, I need as accurate results as I possibly can because this is what helps me identify vulnerabilities. Is this scan right here will highlight so much information for us. And there might be a lot of information here, that's why. The only thing I don't like about this scan is that I wish it would show me the results as we're going down. I guess we could have done like a -VVV or something. And it probably would have done that for us, but I mean, usually is enough to poke at while the scan's running, and I'm not seeing a whole lot. Oh, oh, here we go. It's being filtered? Oh, that's not good. How are they being filtered? Oh. Oh my gosh. No way. Guys. We made a big mistake. We made a huge mistake. Oh, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. Never mind. I thought we forgot the IP address. We did. It's right here. Alright. I forgot the IP address in my second scan. No, I didn't. Here it is. Why is this being filtered then? That's very unfortunate. If that's not good. Why is that? Why is our scans getting filtered? Is the target still up? Let's try that. Can I just ping it? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get our IP address again. Yeah, we can ping it. We're getting some slow responses, but it's alive. Alright, well, our only option at this point is to continue attacking this right here. Let's do this. Let's try a burp suite brute force. So we're going to open up burp here. Maybe, I don't know. We got to enable SSL on burp as well. Oh, no we don't. No we don't. We can use Firefox. What's up, Ahmed? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, this is Hack the Box. I'm trying to break into, what's the name of this machine? Beep, right? We're going to use Burp Suite here. We want to enable our proxy for this. So turn on Burp Suite. And let's go back to Burp. And we want to go to our proxy and we want to turn intercept on. And now we want to do admin and password and submit that. Don't save. So what we just did, I just intercept. Oh, I'm trying to intercept it. go ahead and accept the risk. Continue. Resend. Yes, please. There we go. So this is the request that we just sent. So we're going to right click, send this to intruder so we can brute force this. So Hydra is not working for our brute force, but this will work. I don't like to use burp suite to brute force, at least a free version of burp, because it's slow. It throttles you down when you're using the free version, unfortunately. If you're using professional, you get no throttling, but I don't have the professional version on my personal computer. So all we got to do is we can try admin, and then we can add here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to add. Go back. We want to highlight password and hit add. And then we want to use a sniper attack because we're only attacking one payload. We'll go to payloads, and we want to load up rocky.txt. Wordless, and where's Rocky? Open. This is gonna take some time to open up because it's a big word list. Kato, what do you mean by Kato, man? Better than burp and free? You know, actually someone mentioned that on my burp suite video that I made. I need to check that tool out. I've never used it before. Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Well, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I remember you made that comment, and I'm like, oh, I need to check that out. And I never did, unfortunately. You get stuck in your ways sometimes. You're like, oh, like I'm just use burp suite because it's what I know. It's what I use all the time, and I need to check that out. Come on, man. Dude, this is a big word list, but it's slow. It's taking a second to load up. We're just waiting for computers to compute. We're waiting for the beeps to boop. Where am I from? I'm from Northeast Ohio, but I currently live in Anchorage, Alaska. Alaska is a dreamland, man. You know, it is, but it isn't. And the reason why it isn't is because the winter is brutal. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. It's snowy all the time. You get, you know, feet and feet and feet of snow. It's freezing cold. It's brutally cold. And then on top of that, the darkness is very depressing. So in the wintertime, it's brutal. The summertime is the exact opposite. The summertime is the most beautiful place on the planet Earth, in my opinion. I haven't went everywhere on Earth, but I have seen quite a bit. I've been to Europe, I've been to Asia, and I've been all around North America. Mexico, Canada, United States. And I went around Europe quite a bit, and I've been to Korea and Japan. And basically, I haven't seen a place more beautiful than Alaska in the summertime. But another reason why I don't like Alaska is because it's expensive to live here because everything's got to be imported in because you're so far away from the rest of the United States. So everything costs a lot of money. Now the cost of living isn't as bad as like, you know, California and New York and stuff like that. But compared to what I'm used to, which is, like I said, I'm from Ohio, cost of living is pretty high. If it wasn't for the cost of living, then I wouldn't gripe about this place so much. I feel like. Which one? I never used Kato. I hope I'm saying that right, but I don't think. I would still say Burp Suite is better for beginners because there's a lot of research or not a lot of research. There's a lot of education around Burp Suite that you can easily find. So it might be better to like do your Burp Suite tutorials, because there's a lot of courses that teach Burp Suite, and then you can probably use those skills in the Kato. I want to homestead it up, and it'll be a lot cheaper once established. Yeah, that's actually a viable option. Once you get established and you want to homestead, that's a viable option. You're from India? Well, hello from India. Do the Port Soldier Academy and learn Burp for sure. Yeah, I think that's the best route. I would learn Burp first, and then if you want to switch to the Kato tool, it'd probably be the best way. I haven't used Kato, so I should make a video about that. That's a video idea. Dude. This is still working, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and close out of this. We're attacking too many things right now. Can we, let's go back to our Burp. This wordless still hasn't loaded, guys. Oh, it just did. Nice. So, wordless is loaded. We can actually, let's go back to our position to make sure this looks good. Yeah, this looks good. Let's go ahead and start attack on this and see what happens. Is this working? Start attack? My computer is slow. Well, I'm on a virtual machine. This isn't bare metal Kali, but normally I don't have problems with it being as slow. This game's taking forever, man. I don't know what else to do, guys. Might need to revert the machine, man. That might be the option. Let's see if we can get non-filtered results for this. I don't know why I can't hit attack. Start attack. My Burp Suite is frozen. Nothing is going right for me right now. I went dual boot bare metal Kali on the side and ruined me. VMs are so slow. Yeah, they are. You know, I was actually having an issue with running bare metal Kali on one of my laptops, and basically it was like, hey, pick a wireless network interface or something, and it just wasn't detecting my laptop's network interface for some reason. And it just wouldn't let me install Kali on it. Because I wanted to run a dual boot bare metal. And I just wouldn't let me do it. Or maybe it was the touchscreen. I think the touchscreen messed things up too on that laptop. I might need to revert this machine. The VM's running good. It's just Burp Suite being slow, I think. I mean, I did just throw in Rock You, which is a very big word list. I think that might have something to do with it, because I can move the window. Can I move tabs? I just can't change tabs or nothing. Completely broke. Also, guys, how loud's the music in your guys' end? Is it too loud? Is my voice loud enough? Is the volume okay? I can't hear what you guys are hearing. I hear the music, but I don't know if it's super loud. It feels a little loud to me. No, it's good background volume. Good, thanks. Perfect, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. Configuration details. Specify details. Oh, that looks good to me. Well, let's go back to intruder. Can I hit start attack now? First video is so broken, guys. Let's not hit it. Oh my gosh. This scan's not done. What do you guys think I should do? You guys think I should just quit everything and restart and revert the machine? Or do you guys think I should just keep waiting? I would. Yeah, I think that might be the move. I feel like it shouldn't take this long. Like this, the VM's working. I mean, everything's loading. The only thing that's not working itself is burp. I just don't see why this. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to copy this here. Man, this is unfortunate. We've been waiting so long for this scan and just to clear it out here. Alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead and... Is this the revert button? Yeah, revert. We'll revert the machine and see what happens here. And I think what we might do is do this same command again, but we'll throw in a -T4 maybe. And see if that's... Is it capital T4? I think it is capital T4. That's very unfortunate. We wasted, I don't want to say wasted an hour, but we spent an hour waiting for that IMAP scan, and it didn't bear fruit for us, man. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. In hacking, you know, and just not always T5. I'm not doing T5. It will miss too much information. I don't. Yeah, my experience, T5 misses too much. Your experience definitely can vary, but for me, in my every time I use T5, it always misses something. And then for those wondering, the speed by default is -T3, so if you don't specify any speed, it'll run a -T3. What's up? Is it Say or Sai? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. Hey, I'm a CS student and getting started as a pen tester. It would really help me if you could tell me how to get started with hands-on practice. I would say TryHackMe is the best place to start. Go to TryHackMe, make an account, start doing as many of the free rooms as you possibly can. Once you finish your free rooms, if you can afford it, I would recommend paying for a TryHackMe subscription. And then what I would do is I would start doing the paid content on TryHackMe. And then go through the learning paths on TryHackMe. And then once you complete all the learning paths on TryHackMe, you want to migrate and do Hack the Box. That's what I did. You don't have to do it that way because, you know, TryHackMe and Hack the Box is a little pricey. Let's get rid of this IP address right here. there are free ways to learn how to hack, but in my opinion, paid content is just more streamlined. You know, you don't. So with free content, you have to like kind of figure out what's good, what's not good, because there's a lot of not so good free content out there. But typically speaking, if you pay for something, like you're gonna get some pretty quality training. Oh yeah, free. Yeah, Coursera is free if you want to learn web hacking, which is important, but it's not everything, right? So definitely, yeah, you want to check out Coursera. It's good. And then VulnHub. Is VulnHub free? I never use VulnHub actually, but I heard it's good, and a lot of people do it. And I thought they had paid plans on VulnHub, but I could be wrong. So there's some more options for you. So we just ran the same exact command, but with a T4 guy. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, and I really do like Hack the Box, but Hack the Box is pretty expensive, guys. Unfortunately, I have a VIP Plus subscription, which it's $20 a month, and it's not cheap. It adds up over time. So that's just for Hack the Box. There's also Hack the Box Academy, which is very expensive as well. But Hack the Box Academy is very good training, very good, and it's worth the money if you are going to actually do it all the time. That's the key. You got to be consistent. So what I would recommend, like I said, I like TryHackMe. I did the 365-day streak badge, and I not even kidding, for a year straight I got on TryHackMe for an average of 1 hour every day, and really learn how to hack that way. And then after I completed all the learning paths on TryHackMe, I started doing Hack the Box, and I still do Hack the Box to this day. I try to do 1 or 2 machines a week. And I also really like certifications, but I understand not everyone likes certifications. But OSCP, well, sorry, the EJPT, it's the eLearn, sorry, it used to be eLearn Security, now it's INE Security, Junior Penetration Testing Certification. That certification is pretty affordable in my opinion. It was like, I think it's $200 for the exam, and then it's like $30, maybe $40 a month for the training. And the training is worth it. The INE Security training for the Junior Penetration Tester path. And if you don't want to spend the $200 for the exam, then you don't have to if you don't want to, because that certification kind of, in my opinion, is not that good because it expires after 3 years, and they don't give you a whole lot of options to renew it, unfortunately. There's also TCM Security that has a Junior Penetration Testing certification with training, and it's about the same price. And I would say that's probably worth it. I haven't done the training, so I can't vouch for it, but I heard good things from TCM. But I got a lot of value out of the INE Security training. And after I got the EJPT certification, I went to the OSCP, the OffSec stuff, and that's very expensive. It's like $1,500 a month. Sorry, not 50 a month. That'd be ridiculous. $1,500 for 3 months of access, which is still very expensive. But the OSCP is like, that's the credential that's going to help you get interviews if you want to do this for professionally. It's probably not the best training on the block, but if you want to get a job working as a pen tester full time, OSCP is, it's not a must have because there's obviously a lot of pen testers out there that don't have it, but I would say it helped me get a lot of interviews. OffSec sucks so bad. IMO. I have learned all the I have had learned all the content elsewhere to prove competency there. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about OffSec. It doesn't teach you everything you need to know about hacking to pass the exam, unfortunately. But that's what makes it hard. That's what makes it hard. But is this Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know what to do, guys. Should I just... Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. We're not attacking anything else right now, right? I'm gonna close out a burp. Oh, I guess... Should we start doing guided mode, guys? So we can get maybe a hint here? Which Linux distribution is a target running? Well, I would know that if I could finish my IMAP scan. What's up, Farrell? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. I just wish this game would be done. This is the only thing I'm missing. I could just run these individually, maybe. Oh my gosh, this is so gross, man. Copy. Let's do this. Let's paste this. One of these ports is just like messing everything up, man. Let's just run these one by one and see if we get any information out of it. Man, I don't know what else to do. Here we go. Alright, so it's got some Fedora here. Fedora. Suse. I don't know, Fedora might be the right answer for that. Okay, alright, we got some stuff here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna zoom out, guys, if that's okay with you. Can't hardly see all this output. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a lot of vulnerabilities here. Oh my goodness. This is just for the 22. Let's see what kind of exploit this is. 9.8? That's incredibly high. This might be a way in right here. Oh, this is a very outdated version of OpenSSH. Just that's why it's probably 9.8. Let's try this. Is this a CVE? Let's do this. We'll search for that version of OpenSSH and we'll do exploit. I hate DuckDuckGo. I really need to change this. Google.com. We'll do OpenSSH 4.3 exploit. Duplicated block remote denial service. I don't want a denial service though. That's not what I want. OpenSSH lesson secure copy, file name, processing. I've seen this vulnerability before. You can't implement it practically, in my opinion. Or maybe I was thinking of a different vulnerability. This might work. Let's try. What is the risk on this? It's a medium. It's not a high, but let's open this. This says critical. Secure copy and SSH 4.2 allows attackers to execute arbitrary commands via file names that contain shell meta characters or spaces, which are expanded twice. Alright, while we're reading about this, let's do this. What was another port? Let's do 25 next. We'll let this part run. There might be a way in here. Copy the CVE number here. Let's see if there's a Metasploit module for this. I feel like there might be. Let's do MFS console -Q. -Q means quiet, so it doesn't throw up the banner ASCII art when you load it up. Just in case you was wondering. We're gonna search for this. No results. Wow. Alright, nothing. Okay. Let's go back here. There's a lot of exploits for 8.1. For this 8.1 vuln. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can see better. Guess we can zoom a little more. This is a new CVE. Let's try. Search for that. No results. Alright. See if we can find this one. 2016 seems more likely to be a Metasploit module for. No results. Alright. SSH vulnerabilities, I just feel like I typically don't see exploits for them. Let's see this one here. How's the Sunday stream going? What's up, Dustin? Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. It's not going good, man. And the reason why is because my IMAP scan, we waited for this for an hour, right? And I didn't get any results because I thought the machine was just being slow, and I reverted the machine and I still am not getting results. So I had to like, yeah, it's just, I can't scan a target, man. It's just being incredibly slow, unfortunately. So I don't have any information to like even begin to think about attacks because my scans aren't running. So why not search the name of the service and version? I never searched a CV like this, just curious of mindset. Yeah, no, you're probably right. I mean, we can definitely, you're definitely right. Search for open SSH 4.3. Well, I gotta spell search correctly. Open SSH 4.3. Nothing. All right, well, let's just we need to figure out like where the vulnerability is. And we're gonna speed this up a little bit so this stream isn't super boring. So I think this is Fedora here. Fedora. Submit. That's wrong. Wow, okay. Which Linux distribution? Let's do OpenSUSE. Yeah, I don't even know what version of Linux this thing's running, man. Well, did it say distribution or did it say version? I guess that's, this is distribution, not version. Okay. Well, Fedora wasn't it. Well, maybe it's Fedora Core 5. Let's just try that. All right. Let's try Fedora Core 2. It's got to be one of these, right? All right. Let's try SUSE Enterprise Server 9. I don't see how the distribution matters all that much, to be honest with you. I mean, I have pwned so many Linux machines where I just didn't know the version, the actual distribution of it. Like, exactly, anyways. Elastic's PBX? Well, that makes sense. Elastic PBX makes sense because we did run into Elastic login page earlier, so that might be it. Alright, that's not it. Well, darn. Let's go ahead and hit here, see what happens. Running Mmap with the SCV flags, return detailed information about the version and the service running services. I did run that. That's where I got this information from. Oh, you know what? Hold on. These are aggressive guesses. These are not Linux distros. Linksys embedded. That's not a Linux distro. It's like almost like an IoT device. Guys, I don't know the Linux distro. We tried Fedora by itself, right? See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get past this first question so I can go into task 2, because guided mode will give you a hint for the next like portion of it. And I want to get it. I don't want to answer like how to hack this exactly. I just want a little nudge so I know which port to scan, because it won't give me my results that I want. Like, I just want this scan to be done. But obviously the vulnerability isn't in all of these. It's in one of these. But if I just knew which port to check, that would streamline things so much. Because we got the results for port 22, and let's see, port 25 might be so. Port 25's done. Doesn't look like port 25 is bearing any fruit here. So let's go to the next port. We'll just do this one at a time until we get what we're looking for. Let's try 80 here. I just wish I knew which Linux. Let's try Ubuntu. Let's start typing in random Linux distributions here. Ubuntu, what's another one? Which Linux distribution? Is it looking for the XIXIX number? It might be. Let's try that. I mean, that's the Linux kernel version, not the distro. But if this is the correct answer, I'm going to be so upset about this question. No, that's not it. I don't know what it could be, guys. I mean, we can try these other ones. Copy this. What if... Bro, this is wild. This is... Guided mode's rough sometimes. Well, actually, I think I've only used guided mode like one time, actually. And I didn't like it. Because of stuff like this. It's like, who cares? Like, why? Why do I need to know the exact... And I'm willing to typing as much as I can in from the output. SCV. Waiter, yeah, I did run that. So I don't know what more I could do here to get this Linux distro. Can I just do SUSE Enterprise maybe? Is it looking for the full Fedora Core 5? It might be. Linux 2. No, that's still wrong. Oh my gosh. How is this? Why? I might have to open up the write-up and just scroll down until I see which port they're attacking. Just speed this up. Just Fedora Core 5. I did type that earlier. Those aren't to try again, I guess. This is crazy how long. I just need a little nudge. Because it's... Emap SV. I ran SV, see? Well, that's what I'm running now, but if we look up here. I ran more... I asked for more information than what they're telling me to do. You know, I did SV, I did SC, I did -O. I don't want to ruin by looking at the walkthrough though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. You know, if I would have known this was going to take this long, I would have woke up earlier and just ran the scan and let it run for like 4 hours. Maybe I need to start doing that for my streams, guys. Just run the nmap scans before, like long before the stream. That way I have that information. It's not that I don't know what to do, it's just like, you know, I know what to do. It's just, this is what I need to do, this scan here, but it won't finish. We just scan one port at a time. Well, my original plan was to pwn 2 boxes in this stream. I don't think we're going to pwn 2 boxes, but we'll definitely pwn this 1 box. We're not going to stop till we pwn this 1 box. Oh, guys, check it out. I hit 2,000 subscribers today. I think I was under 2,000 subscribers on YouTube last month. Or not last month, last night. And I'm looking at it now, it says over 2,000, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for the support, guys. Man, this... Oh my goodness. This is frustrating, but it's funny at the same time. This is scan up 480. This is grossly taking a long time. Ugh. I wish I can just get this answers right somehow. I don't know what more I could for that. Fedora Core 5. Looking through the output here. Linux, we tried that, we tried that, we tried this. You know what, we never typed in CentOS. Why should it be the right answer? Oh my gosh, it was CentOS. It was right there in front of us the whole time. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that before? I thought I tried all this. Well, I guess I got here and I just stopped copying and pasting. CentOS. Look at that. All right, we. What version of TLS is the web application on port TCP port F443 using? I think it's using 1.0, right? Yeah, I already knew that. What is the name of the software that's hosting a web server on 443? Oh, we know that as well. That is oh man, what? I forget already. It's oh man, why can't I remember the name? Elastics. There we go. That's what it is. This thing. Which Elastic endpoint is vulnerable to a local file inclusion? See, okay, so we do need to do some dirt busting on that. So now that we know that, I'm gonna cancel that nmap scan, and we're just gonna scan 443, guys. Because all signs, just from those couple of the guided mode there, the vulnerability seems to be on 443. And I guarantee you, one of these ports is open. It's just slowing the output down like so much. Well, just tell me where the door is, why don't you? I think it's 443 at this point, because it's hinted at it, you know? It's telling me Elastics and 443, so which Elastic endpoint is vulnerable to local file inclusion? That's something we need to do some dirt busting. But I'm gonna kind of get off. I'm kind of gonna get off the guided mode now because I just needed to know which port to attack. Now that we know that, we can switch over back to adventure mode. Assuming that this nmap scan runs on 443, we can actually get some information. And it says endpoint, so it was saying doing some like. Well, my Ferox poster wasn't working. That's just the unfortunate part about it. Which endpoint is vulnerable to local file inclusion? We need to do. Let's just try this. Let's not use Ferox Buster. Let's use Durbuster. Oh, IP address changed on us. HTTPS:// What's that not working? It was working earlier. 10, is that the right IP address? 25. Oh, I know why, because you got the burp proxy up. Okay, let's go ahead and disable that. Alright, that should work now. Oh, I did not mean to hit that button. Advanced, set the risk and continue. Proxy settings, thanks. Alright, so there's an endpoint here. Let's just try home. Let's see if that just brings up anything. We need to... What's the syntax for dirbuster? I haven't used it for so long. Dirbuster -u, and it's just a URL. Okay. Dirbuster -u, and then we'll do that. See if that finds anything. Starting OWASP dirbuster? What the heck? Is this a command line tool? Why did it pop up with GUI just now? What do we have against GoBuster? Actually, that's the one I wanted to use. I confused them. I don't have anything against GoBuster. That's the one. Yeah, here we go. There's a command I've used before. GoBuster. Is that T5? Is that the threads? Is that bump up the speed? What did I do wrong here? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Let's try that again. I have two HTTPs here. Let's get rid of one. Let's try that. Something's still wrong. Error on running GoBuster. And we'll connect to https:// blah blah blah. TLS failed to verify certificate. Yeah, that's why these tools are working. The TLS version is so old that these tools aren't working. Let's ask ChatGPT how to get around this. It says, unfortunately, GoBuster itself doesn't have the built-in option to ignore SSL certificate validation directly. So it doesn't have an option. So we'd have to proxy. We have to set up a proxy. I don't feel like doing that. Let's just try a different tool. Can we try dirb maybe? -help. How do you do it? So dirb dash. Is it just dirb and then the target? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Does it use like a default word list? This is actually working. Derp for the win, dude. It's just using a common.txt word list. That's better than nothing. I'm just wanting to see if it's actually doing stuff. This is slow. Oh my gosh. This is great. Yeah, this is pretty funny. I still can't believe, yeah, GoBuster doesn't have a way. This Feroxbuster? Feroxbuster. I really do like Feroxbuster the most, guys. GoBuster's a good secondary alternative, honestly, because GoBuster's fast. I feel like Feroxbuster's a little faster. A peek back in time. Hey man, when you got old systems, sometimes the old tools is what you gotta use, you know what I mean? Yeah, see? Wonder how I can get around this in Feroxbuster. Let's ask ChatGPT that question. Can I get around this error in Rocks Buster. Oops, stop. Let's try that again. It's saying use the -K option. -K. Oh, it's working. Oh, sick, dude. Perfect. Alright, let's get rid of Derb. Derb's too slow. Look how slow this is. Alright, so here's Ferox Buster. This is Ferox Buster go brrr. Look at that. We got a lot of information here. Oh my goodness. Let's look. Let's look. Oh my gosh, this is... We got a lot of information here. This is why I use Ferox Buster, guys. It's fast. It's very fast. It found all of these before Derb could find one. Granted, we was using a different word list, but even if we was using the right word list, it still wouldn't have came this fast on Derb. I don't know, man. Sometimes I hate when it gives you too many options. I don't think images... images might be the... Images might be the endpoint, guys. That has the local file inclusion. And we know it's local file inclusion because of the guided mode. But unfortunately we had to use the guided mode to just see what port we had to attack, man. But now that we know that, hopefully we don't need to, probably won't need any more tips. But if I get stumped too much, then we'll continue with the tips. But I think I got enough information to proceed without any help. There's so much information. I don't even really, nothing's popping out at me though. Look how much. Like, I'm just scrolling. This is a lot, dude. This is crazy. Okay, oh, here we go. Directory listing. Yeah, okay. Directory listing. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that that was a huge deal, but the fact that it says directory listing is a huge deal because we can now see files. Look. It's going to redirect us, hopefully, to directory listing. Yep, look at that. Boom, baby! Can we go to the parent directory? Oh, okay. Can we go to this parent directory? Okay, let's go back. Alrighty. So this is themes. The themes endpoint is where the LFI is. This is the local file inclusion. Now we gotta figure out... Now we have to figure out what information is critical for us to proceed here. So we have Apache 2.2.3. That's vital information to know. Let's look that up. Let's see if there's vulnerability for that. Close out of this. Close out of this. 2 dot. Remote overflow. It's a buffer overflow. Let's look up. I'm gonna close out of this. I don't need it for Rux Plus anymore. Perfect. Let's do Metasploit again. See if we can find an auto exploit for this. But in the meantime, I don't know. There might be some information in here that's critical to the next step. So we'll just open up all these folders and see if there's anything in here. This is all just styling, so I'm not worried about like CSS and images and stuff like that. What are you looking for? I'm just looking for like configuration files. CSS is just styling, so I don't really care about that, and like images I don't really care about. I'm looking for configuration files, maybe some sensitive documents that has, you know, maybe usernames and stuff. But all this is like CSS. Granted, I'm not opening up these common folders, which that'd be my next step. Like, we'll open this up and go into common, maybe. See, okay, so this might be some information here. Login, like, see, this is very interesting. I don't even, okay. Alert container configuration confirmation. Okay, this could be some good information here. List. What's this? There might be some information in here. Nothing's popping out. I mean, this one seemed pretty interesting. Let's look for like pass, maybe? Nothing. User? Nothing. Maybe username and password. Images? Probably nothing in here. Yeah, I'm not concerned with GIFs. What's up, Sambit? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. Alright, let's go back. Let's see if there's anything in... I wonder what the different colors of elastic means. Let's go to default and check common. This is the same stuff, I think. I think it's all the same information. Help. We might be able to put something here. You know what I mean? We can try that. We can definitely try that. Try to like see if we can put a file on here somehow. Yeah, because all these menu. Nothing. Help index list CSV. I need to find out if an IP belongs to a company. Internally, we can see it, but externally, we need to find out if someone can. It's a little task. given to me. Any tips? It's an IP address. You found it internally. So is the IP address like an external? Can you explain that more? So it sounds like you found an internal IP address, or you're in an internal network and you found an external IP address and you're wondering if it belongs to the company. I'm not sure if I understand the question, but it sounds like you might need to just like run some like whois and maybe some like oh man, what's the other one? Name server lookups. There's no really. Oh, this is kind of high. 7 point. Oh wow, this is very high. 9.8. 2.4. Let's look this up. Nothing there. All right. It might not be a server vulnerability. But we need to try to put a file here. So let's try this. I think I have notes for this. Let's go back to my GitHub. And we will search. It's going to be in my hacking notes. Let's search for put. That's not description enough. Let's do curl put. Really? Why is it not? Should have pulled something. I forgot to put a file with curl. There's a way to do it. I'll just Google this real quick then. Curl. How can I upload a file with curl? And when I say Google, I meant GPT. That's way faster. It's the -F option. Alright. We'll try that. So this is what it spit out to me. curl-F and then path to your file and then the endpoint. So the endpoint clearly is right here. We can see if we can put a file right here. In the path of my file, let's actually just do split the terminal here. And let's go ahead and change directory. Hack the box / what's the name of this machine? Beep. Alright. Let's do nano test.txt. This is a test. XY enter. And ls. Okay, cool. So file equals. It's gonna be root / hack the box / beep / test.txt. See if we can upload a failed to read local file from a file application. This @ sign seems a little strange. I don't. SL certificate problem. How do I ignore these stupid outdated certificates? Okay. There's got to be a flag for curl to ignore certificates. I think it might be the -K option, but I don't know that for sure. It is -K. Perfect. I know things. See if that works. This document has moved. It didn't give me an error. Theme / here. Oh, let's refresh this. Did it work? No, I'm not seeing test.txt. Well, let's try this. Let's see, / is it AL? Is that the file path for that? AL. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's try that. See if that. Yeah, it's not letting me put stuff. Oh, is this MF scan finally done? Oh my gosh, look at this. So port 80. Wait, I didn't want port 80, I wanted 443. Where's my 443? Oh, my 443 is still running. File name is wrong. I'm glad you saw that. Thanks for pointing that out. Look at this. 10.0 explorer here, guys. 223. Wasn't that the version we was looking up earlier? Wonder why we couldn't find. Oh, thanks for pointing that out. This is very interesting. When you see a 10.0, there's a CVE number here. Look at that. That is a Metasploit module. Let's see if we can use that. So we'll do use 0. We'll do options here. We'll do set L port to, no, sorry. Set our host to this IP address. Let's see if this works. I bet you this does. There's a good chance. Let's go ahead and run it. See if that works. Nope, didn't work. Oh, it's a DOS. What am I doing? I should never have done that. I should have looked into that more. That's a DOS. We don't want to do that. I still think. I mean, well, 443 is definitely it. Let's go back. Why can't I? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Up arrow key. See if that works. Thanks for pointing that out. Still didn't work. It's still not letting me upload files, so it's probably not the vulnerability. Apache 223. let's get it back to search Apache 2.2.3. Exploit web app host header command injection. That's exactly what we need. That says WordPress though. That's not Apache. So that's not what we want. Let's see if I crashed the server. Hopefully I didn't. No, I did. Okay, good. Well, can we do this? Dot 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 slash 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 Etsy password? No, that didn't work. Alright. Let's go back. Slash dot. Common. These are all the same information. Login.tpl. What's that TPL file? Username. Submit. What is this? Oh, good call. Elastic's on search plate. Good call. Well, I gotta spell elastics right? Elastics, is that right? Ooh. There we go. Remote code execution. Free PBX 2.10.0 Elastics 220. You think 2's right? It might be. Remote code execution. That's exactly what we need. But we need to make sure that we are in this. Is that a version that we are running? Let's look. This is all under the Apache vulnerability. Jesus, this gets like here. What's the default path for the search play? I forget. It's like I wish they would give me the full file path over here. It just seems that you know like the route to that, but I don't know. Yo, get so Clay. Thanks for sharing that. I forgot all about that. Thanks for stopping on stream, by the way. How you doing, man? So wait, dash M. How does that work? So it would be dash M and then the path, like this. Is that right? Copy to... Oh, perfect. Oh, nice, thanks. Avoid cutting my grass again. Loving my new job. Nice. Glad to hear, glad to hear. Alright, so we can do... I don't know. Let's do cat. What is this doing here? The problem is we don't know what Elastic version we're running, but it's worth trying out, I suppose. Looks like it's asking for R host and an L host. And then an L port. Extension. Alright. Well, let's do a netcat dash LMVP 443. And then we will do a nano. What's that? 8. We need to change the R host to the remote host, which is our target. Here. And change the L host to our IP address, which is 10.10.16.30. And we will Control XY enter. Python, oh my gosh, I can't type. Python, and what was it, 18 something? See if that works. No. Let's see here. URL lib was no attribute URL open. Can I do Python 3? See if that works? No. Can we do oh man, oh. Why is my mind drawing a blank? Pip install URL lib. Actually, let's go ahead and cancel that. We gotta run that. Where are you root? Yeah, let's try that again. That should work. Cannot find a version that satisfies requirements. No master distributions found for URL lib. Alright. Let's do pip3 install URL lib. No. Has no attribute URL open. Alright, let's GPT that one. GPT's telling me to change to this. So, nano. Where's the import? It's telling me to do this. To do url.lib.request for that line. See if that works. Nothing. Do I have Discord? I do. I'm not on Discord that much though, unfortunately. The best place to get a hold of me is definitely on LinkedIn. But I do have a Discord that I check very, I don't know, maybe once or twice. Probably less than once a week, to be honest with you. Can you have me on Discord? Yeah, sure. Go ahead and send me a request. Also, welcome Black Hat to the stream. How you doing? Glad to see you here. I don't know why I did cat. It's like 18. This gets straight to root. That's I think I need to change this line actually. I think I need to change that line. Let's go down here. Oh, hold on. My username is Kyser Clark. It's the same thing everywhere, pretty much. I just use my real name everywhere. All right. Basically, I'm modifying this as well. I took the script, put it in ChatGPT, and made some modifications for me. I think it just changed the bottom line. Pretty much, it's pretty much the same. We'll do it. See what happens here. Failed. ChatGPT doesn't write the best code, guys. We're gonna delete exploit .py and then we're gonna remake it with this new script. See, that does the trick. Broken. Well, let's check our map scan. Is this thing done? Is this the 4443 map scan? No, that's right here. Oh my gosh, dude. It's gotta be something with LFI. All right. Let's go to Is there a config in HTML we found? That's what I was looking at, or trying to find. Well, we have an LFI here. I'm gonna go back to the guide mode here. So the endpoint is vulnerable to local file inclusion. So it's definitely /themes. That's the correct answer there. No, it's not. Interesting. There's another endpoint that's vulnerable to this. Yo, Clayhacks. That's some big news to just drop in the chat, bro. He said Biden just dropped out of the race. And we're not going to talk about politics, but that is actually some incredibly big news. But we're going to end it there. I don't like to talk about politics on the stream. Just hacking stuff. Yeah, no, sorry, no politics. That is big news. That's like the biggest news that's ever happened. So like it doesn't matter like, you know, what your political affiliation is. Like, that's big news. That's huge news if that's true. And I mean, I believe you, so just notifications going off. That's crazy. Wow. We'll leave it at that. I'll read the articles and look at the news after the stream, because that is very interesting. I mean, yeah. Huh. So there's an LFI somewhere, but it's not here. Why is this just a... Oh, let's go back to my Ferox Buster results. Did I get rid of my Ferox Buster results? No way. I bet you I did. Why would I do that? Just wait, we did that already. I don't think GoBurster just wasn't working. Yeah, that's correct. Yep. Oh man, Ferox Buster. What option was it to get past that? I don't know why I got rid of them. I thought I was done with Ferox Buster. I don't know why I got rid of that. This is why you should copy and paste this stuff in your notes, people. Normally I would. I don't know why I didn't. It's just -K. I'm gonna use a smaller word list so I get less results here. Word list /derb/common.txt. See if that works. Is it the same IP address? 10.10.66, or not 10.10, 10.1.29.66.25. Oh yeah. Wrong IP, that was the last one. 25. What's my stream schedule? This time every week. Sundays only. Figured it would be There's an LFI somewhere. There's just too much information going on here right now. Let's just... Can we get rid of /themes? Let's do copy / user share wordless third common.txt to hack the box, beep, change directory, hack the box, beep, and we will do a nano common.txt. I want to remove themes from here. How do I search? Is this in alphabetical order? Remove themes. How big is this word list? Pretty big word list. Let's do I'm going to use set here. File name is common.txt. And now if we do common, grep themes in common.txt. That's right? Everyone says, oh, you don't have to cat and use grep, but that's how I always learned it. Grep themes. Yeah, I did it right. Yeah, you don't have to do cat. You can just grep themes in the file. All right, let's try that again. Let's try Feroxbuster without themes, because themes is giving me too much output that I don't want to see. I want to see everything but themes. So let's try that. Oop, wrong word list. There we go. My updated new word list. The LFI exploit should have a path for LFI, right? It's still finding a lot. What's it finding? It's still themes. Why? I took themes out of the word list. It's still finding. Oh my gosh. Elastic Neo. Is there any other endpoints that's not themes? There's just too much output to really even understand. Everything's themes. Themes. There's a /admin? That's interesting. It's not loading up. My question is, why is theme still popping up everywhere if I took it out of the word list, you know? That's just frustrating. Oh, see? Admin does work here. Admin password is... What was the password for Elastics? Let's look at it. Default creds. Well, let's go to Google first. Elastics default username and password. User Elastic and the password changed me. Bruh, that's so... Let's try that. I just don't understand why. Comment.txt rep themes. There's nothing in there. Can I do like anything themes? Nah. Try themes with a capital T? Oh, well that's why. Let's use set again. Get rid of that. Perfect. Now we can try for Roxbuster again, but this time we shouldn't see any themes because we took it out. I want to know all the paths that's not themes. It still gives me themes, bro. What is this? What? What? Why? The tool's too good, man. It's like I know it wasn't in your word list, but we're still gonna show it to you. That's bruh. It's frustrating. Well, we know admin's an endpoint. Can we just do like, oh, alright. Well, let's do, oh, hold on. Admin config.php? No way. How did this auto-complete to that? Admin ///////. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, look at that. We finally got a version number. Oh. This dope. Are we on the admin panel? Look, we got a version number. Look at that. Let's write that down. I don't even know how we got here. How did we get here? Oh, cool. All right. Well, we got a version number now. That helps tremendously. Like, that helps so much. Let me put this in my notes. So we got 2814, 28. Oh, look at that. There's a Metasploit module for anything less than 13 dot. Look at that. So admin was a login, but the ... forced it? I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, honestly. I mean, it's not letting us authorize, but I mean, we got to somewhere that we weren't supposed to go. To be honest, I don't know what triggered that. I just typed in admin and random stuff after that. Or when it asked me to log in, I just didn't provide an I just closed out of the prompt and it went to here. That's probably what happened. Now it won't load. It's just stuck. I can't even recreate it. I was gonna see if I can recreate that, but it's not even loading anything. We broke it, guys. Let's see if the machine's still up. Well, there's a Metasploit module for this. Do I have Metasploit still up? Well, here's my, is that intended path or no? We have no idea what the intended path is, but we will know after I pwn it. We'll read the walkthrough and we'll see what the intended path was. That's typically what I like to do if I pwn a box without help, because it is nice to know what the intended path was. But it's also fun when you bypass something that wasn't intended. It's even more fun, I think. Let's get rid of this. Let's do Metasploit. See if we can find this Metasploit module. This is remote code execution for anything free PBX less than 13, which is what we're under. We're 2.8, so 2.8.0. We're on a 2.8.1, so this doesn't apply to us. So it looks like both of these exploits would work, but we'll use a Metasploit one because Metasploit's incredibly reliable. SEA search free PBX. Config exec. This is excellent. Is this the? Well, let's just use one. Set L host. Let's use set G L host. So G is a global variable, which means we don't have to like constantly provide that information if we want to try more exploits later down the road. And we don't want to change. We want to change our host to our target IP address. And then we want to set G L host 10.10.16.30. This is our IP address. So remember, our host is remote host, L host is local host. And then I think we should be able to just run this. Let's go ahead and clear the terminal. And options again. I gotta spell options right. This looks alright. Let's just run this and see what happens. Exploit probably failed. Cool. Wait, why is it saying start a reverse handler on? No, that's not the one I wanted. Well, that's why I failed. Set L host 10.10.16.30. That didn't get set for some reason. Try that again. Still not working. Alrighty. Cool. Alright, well. /admin. There's another endpoint. That's an LFI. I was assuming the LFI is the intended path. So that's definitely unintended. search exploit. This is a TXT. We might not be using the right. This is the vulnerability we saw earlier. It's PHP. A critical zero-day remote code execution. Without further ado, this is a POC exploit. So you just do curl recordings. Do I need to change the endpoint? I don't have the username and password. Or no, it changes the username and password? Let's do this exploit. So we can find one on GitHub. That's not it. Huh. We gotta find the LFI, man. I like this so much more than YouTube video, watching someone follow their walkthroughs and leaving me feeling like 2 should only take 20 minutes. Thank you for doing this, man. Yeah. Man, I'm stuck. Well, we'll figure it out. I think, honestly, if I can't figure something out in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to peek at the walkthrough. Because I'm trying to keep these live streams under 4 hours, because that's really all I can afford in my schedule. And we've already been streaming for... We've already been streaming for almost 3 hours. Just seeing actual steps. Yeah, man. Well, I just don't understand why. What's frustrating to me is I don't want to see all the themes with Ferox Buster, so it's just super annoying. Let's just do Derb and let it go slow. Actually, no. Let's do this. Let's do. Yeah. Derb. What's the? How do you provide a word list for derb? Is it? Try Go Buster? Yeah, that might work. With the -K, we didn't actually try it. What is this in? It's in Hack the Box, Beep, and common.txt. So this shouldn't connect. Right, okay, we expected that. Let's just try it. Tack on -K. See if that works. Dang, you're right, dude! Why didn't we try that earlier? So -K is like almost like a universal like ignore certificate thing for multiple tools. So that's nice to know. Alright, so we knew about /admin. Hey, Reno flag insert for the win. ChatGPT's like there's no option for this, so I just took see ChatGPT's not always right. That's really important. You can't take its word as a gospel, and sometimes I do, like I did earlier. I'm like, well, I can't use Go Buster, but we could have the whole time. This /admin is very interesting, but it's not giving me any information that I want, and it's like frozen in time. See, I hit this, and it asked me to do this. I just hit cancel, and then a buy. See, that's what happened. So that's how I ended up getting here. Right. Let's recreate that one more time. So we do a /admin. Should ask us to log in. If we just hit cancel, it just brings us here. What's up, P Tough? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. You're the first real chatter that I've had from Kick. So thanks for being here. Welcome to the stream. I'm multi-streaming, by the way, on Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Kick. For those that don't know. And yeah, you're my first chatter, real chatter from Kick. I did have like a bot type of chat in one time. But yeah, I stream it this time every week, Sunday. And we're always going to hack stuff. Yeah, LinkedIn supports live streaming. Yep. There's no other information here. It's not going to give us any information because we're unauthorized. But it is nice to see that we can see the version number. So that was helpful. But I can't find a way to exploit this right now. I mean, we might be able to dive a little deeper on this. But I'm really more interested in finding this LFI. Oh, look at that, configs. See, man, there is times where Go Buster is better than Ferox Buster. We learned something today. Ferox Buster is fast, but it's somehow like that's what makes Ferox Buster good because like you can have something that's not necessarily in your word list and it will still show up. I don't know how Ferox Buster does it, but it does. Like, it's like, oh, this is in your word list, but here it is anyways. It's crazy, but so we got /configs here. Let's try that out. See what's going on there. /config. Oh, look at that! Default config.php. Oh, this is juicy here. There's other stuff too. There's /help, none of these are interesting. Maybe panel. I literally never knew that. I'm always on there looking for a job. Yeah, I knew it just because I was scrolling through LinkedIn one time and I saw someone's live stream. It takes me back to here. Is it config for this? That's not right. There's an LFI somewhere. We haven't found it yet. Static panel modules. Oh. There's index.php. What's the best way? What is the best way, book, or site to learn about network, cybersecurity, and system administration? I would say the best place to start is TryHackMe. I always say that. I think it's very beginner friendly. Also, Philibog, going on the stream. Glad to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. I like TryHackMe for beginners. But yeah, if you wanna dabble in it without committing to something too much, then I would say TryHackMe. For networking, I think the CompTIA Network Plus is a fantastic certification to learn how networking works. And then to get an understanding of cybersecurity, I think the CompTIA Security Plus is a very good certification to learn how to like the basics of cybersecurity. But if you don't want to go the certification route, which I like certification, I'm a huge certification fan. But if you don't like certification, you don't want to go that route, then TryHackMe is the way to go. But if I was just having, like, if I had a child and they wanted to be a cybersecurity professional, I would sit them down, have them do Network Plus, and after they studied for Network Plus and passed the exam, I'd have them do Security Plus, and after that, I would have them do either Pentest Plus or CYSA Plus, depending on if they want to go offensive, defensive. And then after that, I would try to go in more hands-on stuff. But on the side, also do TryHackMe too. I'm trying to get CompTIA A Plus right now so I can get a basic help desk job in my area. I don't have A Plus. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's starting to become, I don't know, a little. It used to be like really respected, but it's starting to lose a lot of that because employers are demanding a lot of skills out of employees nowadays, and A Plus just doesn't cut it, unfortunately. So after A Plus, I don't think A Plus realistically is gonna land like a job by itself. You're gonna need A Plus and a bunch of other stuff. But if you start with A Plus, then I would go straight into Network Plus, and then if you want to get into Security Plus, and then I like the CompTIA track after Security Plus, either go Pentest Plus or CYSA Plus, and then after that, go for a hands-on certification. That's not a multiple choice certification, and then work your way up to more advanced certifications. Is this done? This is done. VAR. These are all the endpoints here. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. We want to do index.php. Oh, okay, we don't want that. It just takes us back to the start. Well, let's try this. Robots.txt. Nothing, alright. I'm gonna copy and paste this in my notes on my other monitor. Alright, so we're running out of time here, so I'm gonna proceed with guided mode here and see if I can get a hint so I can point me in the right direction. We know there's L5, we just don't know where it is. So let's do, I'm just gonna rapid fire these. Starting with a slash. Oh, well that's why I haven't been putting a slash. Oh, maybe it was. Not slash configs. It's not slash admin. Let's do images. Mail would be interesting. It probably is mail, honestly. No, it's not. Modules. DULES. Panel? Bruh. Try var, maybe? I should have went in order. I don't know which ones I've tried now. Static. Let's try libs. Nope. Let's do .hta access. Nope. HT pass WD. Nope. Alright, wow. CGI bin. See if that's it. Let's try help. Everything that we know about this web app is not working here. Let's try language. Nope. Alright, let's try favicon.ico. I doubt that's gonna work. Use hint. Yeah, I guess you're right. Search for vulnerabilities using resources such as exploit.db. There's a lot in Elastic. We'll focus on why did I not find this before? Elastic's 220? See, we were searching for free PBX, but I've seen. We were trying to local file inclusion. We did search for that. That's kind of wild, right? How did we not see that? Hold up. Oh, here it is. We just missed that. We didn't. I saw remote code execution and I was like, oh, that's what I want. I want to get, you know, I want to get in there. So yeah, we just missed it. That's all. It's right here. So with this, this is a Perl script. Graph.php. Let's see if that's... This might be the answer here. Yeah, that's right. So now we just gotta figure out where the file is. So we can do here. We can go here. So we can do slot. Well, hold on. Just looking at the exploit here. Current language equals dot slot. Okay, yeah. Just copy this. So we can do this. So in theory, we can do like Etsy password right here. That should work maybe? No? Nothing? Current. Try with curl. Yeah, good idea. Don't forget our -K. Nothing. Sorry, that's a -K. This is probably gonna throw an error. Yeah. Okay. Wonder why that's not throwing it up. EtsyAMportal.com. More? You might be right. Let's try one more time. Oh, I guess you're right. It had 2 slashes after the IP address. That might be throwing it off. Still nothing. Oh, I still have double slashes right here. Let's get rid of that. Nothing. Oh, okay. What if I just... No, that's not what I wanted to copy. I want to copy... Nope. Go back. Can we just copy this and see what happens here? Oh, alright. We found a config file here. Guys, the password is password with a 0 instead of an O. Is that really right? For HTML panel. What's the username? What's the username? AP admin credentials will be AMPB user. There's a lot of, so this looks like a pass too. AMPD password. There's multiple passwords here, I think. How the brute force didn't work though? The way it's set up. The brute, because it doesn't throw an error, so that's why Hydra didn't work. And we might not have been supplying the right admin username. See, admin user says admin. Okay, that makes sense. There's too much information here. There's like several, see, pass, CD. There's several passwords in here. So which one do we use? Oh my gosh. Good call. We'll use ChatGPT. Doc said put it in GPT and ask it to make a table for username and password each. What's up, MA? We're on the stream. Glad to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. Well, saying this one, so I did exactly what you told me to do, Doc. Put it in there, sort out the list. It gave me a list of username and password combinations and where to use them. And basically it's saying that this one might be a MySQL one, so I guess we have this. I need to provide a IP address to this, right? Is that how MySQL works? Asterisk user? Isn't that weird? ChatGPT might be wrong though on this. Can't connect low server. How do you specify it? I gotta get the syntax right on this. I thought it was the IP address. Maybe I gotta do a flag. -R? No, raw. All the time I have to ask yeah, I ask syntax questions all the time. Alright, so here we go. So we'll try this again. So it's -H for host. And then on my experience, if you don't provide a password, and ChatGPT failed me because I think it's -P amp. I think that's a password, amp 109. But we're just gonna do this. And it should prompt us for a password next. Maybe. It's nothing's going on here. That's right, IP address 6625, right? Yeah, huh. That's very weird. Well, we got other username and password combos to try. Oh yeah, we're not allowed to connect. Alright, so we're getting filtered out. That's okay. We got other username and passwords to try. We have other locations to try too. So let's do... Let's just... Oh my gosh. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go back to the home. And we will do admin. And the password amp111. It says this is the management password, so see if that works. It did not work. Alright, so there's another password here. I prefer Feroxbuster instead of GoBuster as well. I don't think he was here earlier in May, but we had to use GoBuster because of reasons. Because it reports recursive mode. That's exactly why I didn't want to use Feroxbuster, because I didn't want it recursive. Because it kept giving me a bunch of... It kept giving me like recursive mode on the themes. Oh look, we got in, guys. We're in. So... The password was this. The password, let's go back to that file. It was in this huge text. ChatGPT found it, but it was this. We definitely didn't see this. Right here it is. AMP database password right here. So this was our password to the Elastic login client. And the username was admin. Which you wouldn't have got that out of here because, well, yeah, it says asterisk. It just say admin all over the place. Oh, here it is. Here's the pass again. So, popped up a few times. So that's the password. Cool, we're in. So now, we should figure out a way to maybe upload a file, run some code. Let's see here. Backup and restore. That sounds interesting. Users. Let's go to users and see if we can see like a username and password. Maybe we can go SSH. Administrator, total access. You know what though? Maybe this might work on SSH. We could try that. Let's do SSH. I don't know. Root at. We'll just see if we can log in the. What was the syntax? We have to bypass the certificate because it's a super old SSHC. We gotta do this again. Unable to negotiate. See if this password works for the root. I can't remember how to do the... Here we go. So we need this. We need to specify -O and then all the algorithms that we want to try. And that will work. So we can accept the fingerprint. Yes. And I highly doubt they're going to let us go straight to root, but you just never know. It's always worth trying. Let's try that password again. Oh, it worked! Oh my god! It worked! No way. Reuse credentials is one of the most dangerous things though. Yeah, it worked. Look at this root.txt. I did not expect that to work. I ain't gonna lie, I did not expect that to work. I was like, oh, we'll just try it, see what happens, and it worked. So I thought we was gonna have to come in here and like mess with some backups and restore and maybe run some commands through here because there's a lot of options in here and there probably is some options there for that. But why do all that when the password gets reused? It's a root flag, boom, done. Easy. Well, it was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be today, but we got it. We got it. The root flag. Low hanging fruit, yeah. Oh, let's go back to adventure mode. I'm putting it in the wrong field. Let's do. Well, it won't let me scroll. I'm trying to. I don't know. We'll call this easy. It was a little difficult. I mean, we got it in 3 hours, which is pretty standard for an easy machine, I think, for me. We did need a couple hints, but we didn't look at the official write-up, though. Let's get the user flag. Let's go change directory. Thank you again, man. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being here. Glad you had a good time. Did that flag work? Yeah, root flag owned. Where's the user flag? You guys see a user flag? Change directory home. Change directory Fanis. Change directory. Oh, cat user.txt. There's the user flag. We're gonna read the official walkthrough and see if that was intended or not. I'm assuming that is intended because we did. Boom! Beep has been pwned, baby. Which PG machine do you recommend for OSCP or Hack the Box machine? So I've actually never pwned a single Proven Ground machine. And I would recommend, so for OSCP, the best thing is the OSCP machines themselves in the lab. So they have their challenge machines. The OSCP challenge machines are the best. And then more specifically, the OSCP challenge machines are even better than that. Yeah, no problem, Ahmed. Thanks for being here. Glad you got some value out of it. Glad you learned something. I learned something too. Well, I don't know. Did I learn something? I feel like, yeah, I mean, I guess the big takeaway for me is like, we saw the vulnerability, we just ignored it. You know, we like when we searched this. Where was that terminal output? We searched for elastics and we just kind of ignored the LFI. So the K flag, we did learn that. I did know about the K flag on curl, but I didn't know the K flag worked like pretty much everywhere. That's crazy, right? And the SSH, we can bypass the SSH thing with this. You know, if you get that error, if you get the unable to negotiate, SSH is working, but your offer. So it says their offer, Diffie-Hellman. So you have to force their offer. See, their offer was Diffie-Hellman Group 14 Shaw 1. Well, I guess you can pick any of these. So their offer, Diffie and Group Exchange Shaw 1, Diffie-Hellman Group 14 Shaw 1, or Diffie-Hellman Group 1 shall 1. So if you just do -a, Kex algorithms equals plus, and then one of their offers, then you can do that. Let's look at the write-up. See if, I'm assuming that was the right way to go. Alright, so basic knowledge of Linux, enumerating ports and services, skills learned, web-based fuzzing, identifying known exploits, exploiting local file inclusion vulnerabilities. Man, my nmap took forever. So Dirtbuster also finds a huge list of directories and several. How did it find that though? Because, like, how did we get here, though? You know what I mean? We only knew this because of the hint that they gave me. So, where was my... Here it is, the write-up. Oh, it does have right there. What word list did he use? VTIG CRM? I didn't have that pop up. I bet you if I would use my comprehensive word list, would have found it. How to hack Wi-Fi? Very carefully. There's videos on YouTube. I really, the way I learned how to hack Wi-Fi was the OffSec OSWP, OffSec Wireless Professional certification. What word list did they use? It doesn't tell me what word list they use. But if we would use a better word list, we would have saw this. Exploitation. Alright, yeah, it does say change that. We figured that out on our own. Where you have to change the downgrade your Firefox. And then we could... So they showed us this exploit. And once... Yep. We did it intended. We did everything intended. That makes sense. I like these two word lists. I'll show you right now. Where is my derb? Can we just X out of this? Was there a go buster? So I would have done this. I like these two. Well, actually, it would be easier if I just do it this way. Ferox Buster. So this is my go-to right here. Seclist, discovery, web content, RAF large files.txt. I always run that, and I also run instead of RAF large files, I do RAF large directories. Those are two very big word lists, and I feel like, well, see, this is what the problem was, is when we ran this. Oh, we have to do -K. We ran this, it just kept giving us so many themes because it searches recursively, which means it searches past, you know, what it found. Why? Oh, because it's the wrong IP address. 25. He kept giving us all these themes, dude. And the output was just unbearable. Let's try this. let's do wordless. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't use Roxbuster, because it was just killing me, dude. It was overwhelming. I was like, this is too much information. You can give depth parameter. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, good point. I should have done that. Matter of fact, let's try that. Dash D with, I don't know. Let's just go 1 deep. All right, this is way more manageable. Perfect. So this probably would have been found, because we didn't find our vulnerability endpoint with using the common word list from Derb, which makes sense because it's a very small word list. So I don't expect it to find much. I use this word list almost exclusively, at least starting out, anyways. But I didn't want to run this in GoBuster because I feel like GoBuster is slightly slower than Ferox. Dash T is good. Yeah, you could actually speed this up too with the Dash T option or slow it down. I typically will slow Roxbuster down if I'm on a real pen test, when I'm pen testing a client, because I actually one time, not even kidding, like shut down a server doing Roxbuster at the default speed. And they weren't happy about it, and and in my mind I was like, if you can't handle like a simple fuzz, I feel like you need to do some better load balancing or something, because this isn't even, it's not even stupid fast. Like, I'm literally running this out of a VM on a standard computer, you know. If you were given enumeration advice for someone going into OSCP, what would you tell them? I would say don't quit, man. The answers are there. You just gotta keep looking and keep looking and keep looking and keep looking. And sometimes it takes, you know, it took me 5 hours to privilege escalate on one machine. And I almost quit. I was like, you know what? I'm running out of time. I was like 17 hours deep. I'm not even kidding. I was doing the exam for 17 hours. Well, I was doing it for about 15 hours, and I was like, man, I'm done. I'm cooked. Like, my brain hurts, and I was like, there's one thing else I gotta try, and I tried it and it didn't work, and I kept trying, and then it worked. And, you know, then I finished the exam in the next 2 hours and ended it out at 17 hours. So that's what I would say is prepare to be in it for the long haul. Don't, you know, you hear people like, oh, I passed the exam in 8 hours, or I passed the exam in 10 hours. Like, be ready to go for 20 hours. Or as long as you can physically sit down and look at the computer screen, that's how long you should prepare to go for. Like I said, I had 17 hours at the machine on my computer. I probably spent 2 of those hours doing breaks because I had to go eat and walk the dog and stuff. So overall, I probably spent 15 hours sitting at the computer. And I would recommend, like, get comfortable sitting at your computer. Like, invest in a good desk. Invest into a very good chair. It's worth it. This chair I'm sitting on right now is a $400 chair. Worth every penny, because I can sit here all day and just hack away and not get uncomfortable. I got a footrest in front of me, and I can put my legs up, and I get really comfortable, man. That's the best advice I can give you. Just make your office space as comfortable as you can possibly make it, and spend the money on it. I didn't feel like spending $400 on a computer chair, but it was what I had to do, because this was the only chair that I could sit in for all day and not get fatigued. Because there's really bad computer chairs out there, and if you spend under $200, like, I don't expect the computer chair to be comfortable at all. And I've sat in a lot of computer chairs, and almost all of them hurt my back after sitting into it for an hour or two. which is why I ended up spending Hey, we found our endpoint right there. Look at that. So yeah, that's what I would. My advice is, because the answers are there, and you can find them with the tools and the techniques that they teach you, and the other basics tools. It's not crazy advanced at all, but sometimes you got to go a layer deeper, and it requires a lot of time sometimes. And I sit in a backless massage chair, builds good carrot core. So we did find our endpoint here. So if we would have ran this wordless, we would have ended up finding this eventually, which is good to know. So that was once again, we'll scroll up. Sec list, discovery, web content, RAF, large directories.txt, and then you can also do large files.txt as well. But yeah, man, I'm glad you asked that question, because I actually have never, I didn't put that in my video about the OSCP. Also, by the way, I do have a video about OSCP. I would recommend watching that, and I have a blog post on OSCP. More or less the same information. Depends on if you like reading more or watching videos more. I definitely check those out if you need more advice for OSCP. But I didn't say that, get a good computer chair in either one of those. And I think that's critical, because if you can sit on your computer all day, man, you'll learn so much. It's probably not the most healthy thing, because you're not going outside and stuff. You're not walking around, but you don't want to get a computer chair that is going to hurt your back. Because there are some, I don't have a bad back, but if I sit in a bad computer chair, after 2 hours of sitting in it, my back will start aching. But this this chair I'm in now is killer. It's like the right perfect, and not every chair is perfect for everybody. You can sit, for example, I bought a computer chair for, I think, $200, and I thought it was going to be, the one for me, because I did a lot of research, and a lot of people heavily reviewed, like, oh my gosh, this chair is amazing. And it was a nice chair. And then I started using it, and I was like, man, I can't sit in this chair for more than 4 hours straight. And it was a problem, because I have to be able to sit in a computer chair for 16 hours straight, day in, day out, because that's how I get better at hacking, is because the answers to me never come. I mean, you just watch my live stream. I get stuck. I don't know the answers all the time, but what I have that's good, I have determination and discipline, and that's what really gets me ahead in this field, because I'm willing to sit here for hours on end and figure it out. And that's a critical skill to have, in my opinion. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but the chair thing, it wasn't working for me. So I was like, man, I gotta get rid of this chair. I felt bad, because I just dropped $200 on a chair, and I'm like, man, I just wasted $200. I hate this chair. And luckily my friend bought it off me for, I think, $115 or something like that. I think he bought it off me for $115, because he was also looking for a new chair, and he loves that chair. He's like, dude, this is the greatest chair ever. So a chair that works for one person isn't going to work for another person, because we all got different body sizes, shape, and weight and figures and all that. So, just because someone really likes a chair doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And you might have to buy a chair 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or 5 to figure out one that you like. When I got this chair, I went to Office Depot, and I spent 3 hours sitting in every chair. Like, I went from one chair to the next, and it was a very critical decision for me, especially when you're dropping $400+ on a chair. So that's what I would recommend, that, dude. Don't buy chairs online. You have to sit in it and experience it. So I would go to a store that sells office chairs and sit in it. Sit in every single chair for 20 minutes. Like, I would seriously sit in a chair I would just sit there and like pretend like I'm typing on a keyboard. And I really tried these chairs out, and I found this one that I really like. A pull-up bar. Yeah, you definitely should do some sort of physical activity for sure. I am about to start like a workout routine. I've been doing some light workouts here and there, but I need to work out more because of this. Did you carry your keyboard with you? No, but that's that's a funny idea. What did one time I did, so I used to have this like pull out thing where like it would attach to your desk and you would pull it out and the keyboard would go on it. I took that to Office Depot one time when I was looking for desks. Should have carried your keyboard with me. Yeah. It's a good idea. Take your keyboard, you know, put it on the desk that they have there. It's a good idea. Lenny, thanks for stopping. Thanks for being here. Glad to see you here. We're still for rocks busting. We don't even need to. I don't know why we're doing this right now. I'm just rambling on. But yeah, that's killer. Just being able to sit on the computer screen and just focus for a long periods of time, it goes a long way. You know, some people, they pass the OCP in 8 hours. Not me. Not me. Took me a long time. This stream took me a long time. Took me 3 hours to get this easy machine. You know, someone else probably could have got this in an hour or two. But you know, sometimes it takes you longer than others, and that's okay. One monitor or two? What's a good balance for you? Oh man, I used 3 monitors for the longest time. I was 3 monitors deep, and I was like, man, I wish I had another one. So I got another one. So I currently have 4 monitors. And sometimes I wish I had a 5th monitor, man. You cannot have enough screens, dude. Just to give you an idea of what's going on my screen. So right now, you can see my main screen right now. And then on my left, I have the chat. I have a monitor on top, which is my ChatGPT. So when I was doing ChatGPT, I could just quickly, you know, instead of switching tabs all the time, I could just look up and see the output. And then on my right, I have my notes, where I would like just copy and paste stuff that's in my notes. So I have my notes on GitHub, but I also have private notes that I can't share because they're like from OffSec. OffSec doesn't let you share notes. So I will go over here and pull notes that you guys aren't allowed to see and paste them in here. You cannot have enough screens. Yeah, man, buy as many screens as you can afford. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's and get a good monitor stand too if you can afford it. I doubled down on it. Like my theory was, you know, if I'm gonna spend all day, because my job requires me to be at this position all day, and then to get better at my job in my off time when I'm doing Hack the Box or certification training, I also have to be here after work for the rest of the day. So I literally stay here all day, every day. So I bought a very high quality desk. I bought 4 monitors. I got a very high quality chair, and that's what helps me get better at hacking. Is I can just sit here all day and just learn and soak up information. It might take me longer than some people, but I have to take less breaks because of that. So you can't. It's worth the investment for a good setup if you can afford it. And obviously, start off with what you have. You know, I didn't have the nicest desk when I did OSCP. I had a $100 desk on Amazon. It wasn't a nice desk. It was decent, but it wasn't. You know, it was very wobbly and it wasn't that nice. And then after I got my first job in pen testing, well, actually right before, I was like, well, I'm getting out of the military. I'm probably going to get a job, so I'm going to invest into a nice desk, and that's what I did. Would you replace your keyboard with a touchscreen? Nah, I don't have touchscreens. I don't. My laptop, I have a laptop over here. So this laptop is like a laptop that I use like when I travel. I can like, you know, do my schoolwork or, you know, just basic computer stuff. It's not very an advanced computer at all by any means. It's a good computer. I think I dropped $800 on it, I don't know, 2 years ago. So it's not like a super expensive laptop, but it's also not cheap either, if that makes sense. But it is a touchscreen. I hardly ever touch the screen. Hardly ever touch the screen. The only time I thought it would be good for is like for ebooks, because I can do this with it. It's kind of hard to do this with this microphone in my way. So this thing will bend like around, and you can go in like tablet mode. And so I would like read. I was on a plane one time and I was like reading, and they saw that the keyboard was attached to it, and planes, like when you're on a flight, like they won't let you have a laptop out if it has a keyboard attached to it. So if you ever fly and you have a keyboard attached, don't let them see your keyboard. But they would let me use it if they didn't see the keyboard, but they did see the keyboard, and they're like, you have to put that away. So it's good for reading, I guess, if you're reading an ebook. But I don't like reading ebooks. I actually read physical books. Like, I like reading regular books. I was like, if I'm gonna read something, I don't want to stare at a screen, because I already stare at a screen enough as it is. So when I read books, like, I'll read like a real book. So hardly ever do I use my laptop like that. But hardly ever do I use my touchscreen. But it is nice, like I said, if I want to put it in tablet mode like that, I can like scroll and read. But I'm not a touchscreen fan on computers. I use my mouse and keyboard mostly on that laptop. Top 5 books one should read, not just pen testing. You're privileged to have space for real books. Yeah, you can see my bookshelves back there. Actually, I ran out of space, actually. I have a lot of books. That bookshelf back there is completely full. We can go. Webcam only. Yeah, like, it's not a very big bookshelf. I'm actually, it's full now. I need a second bookshelf. And I don't want to buy one. I can afford one, but I don't know. I definitely need to get on the bookshelf. He said flex. Yeah, that's quite the collection. I actually used to not read that much, and then I got into reading, and I'm like, I got obsessed with reading, so I try to read all the time. Top 5 books you should read, not just pen testing. Let me look at the shelf real quick. I would say the one that changed my life the most was Fallout Man. Yeah, I'm a Fallout fan. I put that back there like as like a little Easter egg. I was like, I'm gonna put my Fallout nuke in the corner, just see if anybody recognizes it. You're the first one to call it out, so I'm glad. What's up, 3 Nizzy? Welcome to the stream, thanks for stopping in. But I would say the best books are the one that changed my life the most is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Changed my life the most. And I would say there's a lot of good ones. I didn't have like a Think and Grow Rich is definitely number 1. I would say Atomic Habits. Well, it might be number 2 because it helped. I used to have a lot of discipline, but then I started to achieve. Like after I got OSCP, I started getting lazy. Like I was like, oh, I got OSCP. Like, why do I need to learn more? And I was like, I started getting lazy, and I don't like being lazy. I get anxiety when I don't do work. So I read Atomic Habits, and it helped me get back in the groove of just developing my skills. So I would say Atomic Habits by James Clear would be number 2. I would say Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover would be my 3rd favorite book ever because it helped me get my finances straight. It helped me get out of debt. And when you have no money problems, life is a lot better. It's a lot less stressful. So the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey helped me get my finances under control because I was earlier in my life, I was very bad at spending on the wrong things. I didn't save any money. I didn't invest any money. And once I figured out how to get control of my finances, it made it easier to focus on things that mattered, Book number 4, I would say I forget the author of this book. Hold on. Let me think. Yeah, so No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert Glover changed my life. It's basically exactly what it's like. It's like it basically tells you like how not to like get walked over by people and stuff. It helps you. It helps with a lot of things. So I would definitely recommend that book. And for number 5. look at my shelf here. Not counting certification books, because I would say the CompTIA Security Plus study guide changed my life. Like, that was actually the first book I read pretty much out of high school. Like, I went probably like 6 years without reading a single book out of high school, and then I got the CompTIA Security Plus study guide, and that was the first book I read in many years. And after that, every book on that shelf followed that book. So I would say the CompTIA Security Plus study guide was like up there, but not counting study guide, because study guides kind of technically aren't books. I would say fearless salary negotiation. Learning how to negotiate your salary when you're doing a job is very important. You can literally get thousands of more dollars if you know how to negotiate your salary. So I would say fearless salary negotiation would be my next. All these books are good, by the way. That's just like a pseudo top 5. Like, without thinking about it too much. I might have to write an article on like I've been wanting to write an article about my top 5 books. I just never got around to it. Mostly because I was like, oh, I want to read more books. So I think what it was I wanted to read 100 books, and then I wanted to give my top 5. Because I'm not exactly at 100 yet, but when I read 100 books, I'll probably do a top 5, like I just did. That's a little bit better, with better explanations, with more thought put into it. Best certification for beginner for low price, I would say Security Plus. What's next? Wall Street? Yeah, I did mention a lot of books related to money. You know, money isn't everything, but like I said, when your finances are under control, your stress levels in life are plummet, dude. And you can just focus on, for me, it's hacking. I can focus on getting better at hacking, and I don't have to worry about, you know, how am I going to pay the bills? You know, how am I going to buy groceries? You know, once I figured out my finances and I got a budget, because, you know, when I was in my early 20s, I had like no money. I was in credit card debt so bad, and I was pretty broke in my early 20s, and I just said enough's enough, and I figured out how to, you know, manage my money better. And I would say that's very important. That's a side skill that I would say. I'm going to probably make a video about that eventually, you know, because it's easier to focus on becoming a better cybersecurity professional and better hacker when you're not worried about your bills and your money situation, you know. You know, I look at my bank account, and I'm not a millionaire or anything, but I don't have to worry about paying things, you know. And the main thing is, like I said, the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey changed my life, because, you know, I don't have a car payment or anything. You know, I just drive an old car. It works. It's not fancy. It's not nice, but I'm debt free, and that's really, being debt free really helped a lot. Some hacking books. So yeah, I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad. So hacking books. So I have Tribe of Hackers on here. They're okay. I read all the Tribe of Hacker books. They're okay. They're not like life changing or anything, but there is a book on there that really did change a lot for me, which is The Phantom CISO. That book is really good. I would say if you want to become like a manager in cybersecurity, and even if you don't want to be a manager in cybersecurity, it still has some pretty good advice. And so the one advice that I got, the big takeaway I got out of that one was like, don't be afraid to have an opinion, because if you don't have an opinion, then you're just boring. Like, so don't be afraid to have a controversial opinion when it comes to cybersecurity and hacking, because, you know, not everybody knows everything. And if we constantly repeat the same thing over and over, we're never going to get better. So in my opinion, it's okay to challenge the existing norms, you know, and have a opinion that everybody agrees with, and challenge, you know, the existing way of doing things, right? Because if you don't challenge the existing way of doing things, we'll never get better as a community, as a cybersecurity community. So that book really changed my perspective on it, because I was afraid to share my opinions about cybersecurity, because I was afraid of, you know, people just call me dumb and stuff. But now I don't really care. It's like, if you disagree with me, you disagree with me. As long as your opinion doesn't attack people, and you're not like belittling people. If you have an opinion and you know you have sound reasoning behind it, you're not putting anybody down, you know, then it's okay to have an opinion. If people disagree with you, they disagree with you. You know what I mean? Bug bounty. I have never got into bug bounty. I would like to. I just haven't had the time. Try harder, as off sexes. Try harder is a brutal mantra, but it's a fact of life. Like if you adopt it, you'll see results. But it's not easy, and it's not for everybody. But the reason why it gives you results is because it works. I read, I would say, like half of the art of exploitation. I didn't like it. It's too outdated, man. All the vulnerabilities in there like don't exist in the wild anymore. You know, they're talking about buffer overflows and stuff. Buffer overflows, they took that out of the OSCP. I haven't seen a buffer overflow in a wild, and I don't know anybody that's seen a buffer overflow in a wild for a long time. So I just felt like that book was written in 2008. Super, I think it was 2008. Super old, and like I said, I didn't read the whole thing, but I gave up on it for a reason, because I was like, I'm not getting any value out of this, so I switched to books. I don't really like hacking books like that teach you technical skills, you know what I mean? I like to learn the technical skills through certifications. Try Hack Me and Hack the Box, and I think the technical books, the ones that are existing, are the ones that are historically been good, are outdated. Yeah, so I have Ethical Hacking Hands-On Introduction. Read that book. Same thing. I mean, it will teach you some stuff, but I was like, this is old and outdated. It was too easy. You know what I mean? I was like, this is too low level for me, and it's not like leveling me up. But that's after I started reading those books, like the hacking books, after I was in Try Hack Me for a year, you know? I would say Try Hack Me is a better way to learn faster, personally, than reading hacking books. I think reading books is more better for like adopting a mentality, you know, like the Tribe of Hackers books. Like there's no technical skills that are being, they're not telling you like, hey, run this command to do this, and you can, you know, bypass this authentication here, and this is what a buffer overflow is. That's not what Tribe of Hackers is. Tribe of Hackers is like, it's just people telling you like the way they like to do things. Like, oh, hey, I like to write pen test reports this way, and it gives you, it's more thought-provoking than technical skills. So give me advice, books or platform like Try Hack Me, or I haven't found a hacking book that I really like that teaches technical skills. I think technical skills got to be learned on a keyboard and mouse, not on a book. A hacking book that I do recommend that I did like was the Ghost in a Wire by Kevin Mitnick. That was like his story on like how he became the most wanted hacker in the world. Once again, that's not a technical book. That's just like a story, and it helps you kind of adopt that hacker mindset a little bit. And it teaches you like, yeah, you can just social engineer your way into anything. It basically teaches you like social engineering is powerful, and it was a fun book. It was an adventure for sure. Try to see if I can recommend another book that I've read for cybersecurity related. Yeah, I mean, all those books are certification exam books. I've learned a lot. Those certification exam books, like the CISSP book, the Linux Plus book, those do teach you a lot. You can learn a lot from those for sure. Because those, yeah, that's why I like certifications, because you do learn a lot through those books. Who are the influencers in the cyber realm of things you follow? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is John Hammond. Dr. Gerald Auger, Cybermanor, Hackersploit. That's all the ones that's ringing a bell right now. Tyler Ramsey. Can you share your experience with CISSP? Is it too hard? Is it really interesting? Yeah, so it is really hard. CISSP is brutal, man. It's very difficult exam. I'm gonna make a video about it. Definitely check out my blog post on it. I can post it in the chat real quick. I posted it last stream too. I feel like everyone asked me about CISSP. I definitely need to make a video about it. See if I can find a. What is the best free platform to get certificate? I don't really know of any good free certifications. To be honest with you. Let me see if I can find this link. Yeah, CISSP is definitely a video I'm trying to make in the next. It might be my next certification video, to be honest with you. Actually, it might not be either. But yeah, CISSP is extremely difficult. It's a brain melting exam. I've never been challenged harder mentally than that. I had a headache running out of that exam, man. Because you can't take a break. You can't walk out of the exam center and walk around. You can't. The OSCP is a little bit different. Like, you know, OSCP took me 17 hours, yes. But if I started getting a headache, I could just get up, walk out, go get a cup of water, go to the bathroom. But CISSP, you're locked in that exam environment for what? I think 3-4 hours, something like that. And the questions are hard. They are hard. What's up, Numplex? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you here. Unfortunately, it came at the worst time because I'm about to wrap up. I'm about to quit the stream. We're just wrapping up. I'm putting a link in every chat. So I just put in Twitch, just put on a Kick, just put on the YouTube chat here. And put on the LinkedIn chat here. Put on the LinkedIn chat here. All right. Okay, guys. Well, that is going to be the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to keep this under 4 hours, and I got like 15 seconds to keep it under 4 hours. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. You guys are amazing. See you next week. Stream will be same time next week. Hopefully, I see you there. Take care. Thanks for hanging out, guys.